Scott, it is wonderful to have you on Floor Talk. Thanks for joining me today.
I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Pleasure. So now, Scott, ABM has an incredible legacy. You've been in business for over a century and listed on the New York Stock Exchange for over 50 years. Incredible. So tell me, how is business evolving?
Well, it's changed a lot, especially since the pandemic, right? So what I would say is there's fundamentals that haven't changed. You have to have really strong relationships with your clients. That's been since 100 years, right? And you have to do a good job, right? Those are the fundamentals. But now what's really changed is the need for data and insights. Everyone's looking for efficiencies. If you think about what's happened with hybrid work and the pressure on commercial real estate, you've got to find a way for saving. So the big change, I think, from our standpoint is technology. And I mean, just to give you some context, we spent $7 to $10 million a year on technology pre-pandemic. Over the last 3 years, we spent $200 million building our data and technology platform to get ready for Gen AI and everything that's happening. So shows you how important it is now.
Wow, that is quite an increase.
Yeah.
So now tell me more about the industries ABM serves beyond office spaces, such as aviation, and the trends you're seeing across these sectors.
We are known for commercial real estate. We've been the category killer in that for years. Like, you'd be hard pressed to find a city or a suburb in the US where we're not number one. And that's really for janitorial and engineering. Think of the people in the sub-levels of a building that are taking care of the HVAC and the electrical systems. So that's been our core. But over the last 15 years, we've really expanded beyond that. So I think it would be surprising for a lot of people to know we're in over 100 airports around the world. And LaGuardia Airport, which I'm sure you're familiar with, Terminal B was just named the best airport terminal in the world. Any service worker you bump into there is probably an ABM employee. Here's an example of technology. We have our ABM Clean mobile app that uses AI and dispatches people to areas of an airport based on predicting when it's going to be busy. And so that's been blowing up. So that's been great. So airports were big in educational facilities, K through 12, public and private universities were the largest in that area. And again, not just cleaning, we're doing landscaping, we're doing something called integrated services where we work with the facility manager and we're taking care of all of the services under our own umbrella. We call it our ABM Performance Solutions product, or APS, because as you know, Judy, everything has to have an acronym, right? So we have this APS integrated offering in schools that's really doing great, because it gives our facility manager clients time to be strategic instead of worrying about some of the minutia that happens. And then lastly is manufacturing and distribution, which we time that industry group really well with the onshoring of manufacturing. So there, again, our solid foundation is cleaning, but we're doing production support, everything from moving boxes to literally working in clean rooms with hazmat suits. And if you think about ABM, people think traditionally, oh, they're this cleaning company that does office buildings, and we are so much more than that and so specialized. It just makes me really proud of all the things we're doing.
Now, infrastructure is a big focus today, and ABM has a growing presence in providing power solutions. How has ABM expanded its capabilities to support the growth of electrification for clients?
I think every real estate owner, number one on their mind right now is power resiliency. I mean, you've heard about it, everyone's heard about how our power grids are aging, and with data center proliferation and AI, it's going to make them more fragile. So everyone's thinking about backup power. We've really invested in backup power. And the term of art is microgrid. So what you're really doing is create your own little power station in your building. So if the power fails, you go on backup power, which could be generators, battery storage, and it's been a massive area for growth for ABM. In fact, I guess it was about 2 months ago, we bought a company called Quality Uptime Services, and they do UPS power, and that's a bridge from when the power goes out before the generator can turn on, you go on UPS power. Think about where we're sitting right now. Could you imagine if the power went out, right? But if the power were to go out before the generators start, you have to have that bridge, and that's what UPS systems do. So we're even in that. So for us, it's a turnkey solution. And it's not just data centers that care about backup power. It's schools, retail facilities, manufacturing and distribution facilities, all the spaces that we're in. So we're really excited that we got that one right.
All right, so Scott, tell me what's next?
What's next? Do you have about a half an hour? So there's so much that's going on at ABM, but I guess the two things that really pop to the top of the list for me is investing in our people. I mean, we're a service organization with over 100,000 people. If we're not supporting our team members, we don't have any IP, right? So we have ABM University, which is our digital platform that has hundreds of classes and courses, everything from safety and how to be safe in the work environment to leadership training and how to manage people. So it's really, really amazing. I'm so excited about how we're leaning into developing our people. And the second one would be innovation. Everybody is looking for innovation now, especially with what's happening with Gen AI. And just to show you the power of that, and I'm sure we're not the only public company that feels this way, we did an internal ideation session of how Gen AI can help us from an efficiency standpoint and also for helping our clients. We came up with 200 use cases. So we're in the process of triaging that down right now, but that's going to be the focus for the next few years. How could we leverage AI and again, become more efficient for ourselves and our shareholders, but also how do we create solutions for our clients? So it's really exciting because I guess the last thing I'd say is I'm so privileged to work with so many brilliant people that are teaching me about all this. And thankfully, as a public company, being here on the New York Stock Exchange, we have the capital to invest in these platforms and really separate us from the competition. So it's an exciting time. So if we get our people development right and the innovation right, I think there's just no stopping us.
Oh, it sounds like there's definitely no stopping you, Scott. Well, it's been wonderful to talk with you. Thanks for joining me on Floor Talk today.
Oh, this was so great. Thank you, Judy.